What's up, everybody? Hope you're all having a good week. Last week on this thing, we got the dry sump tank mounted. Also got my 2 water pumps mounted. And then we got like the alternator on it, stuff like that. Got some more work done on the molds for the trunk lid. This week, I want to try to get battery mounted somewhere. We struggled with that end of last week. I ended up pulling the battery out of the caddy, which was a excess power group 1200 or D1200, whatever they call it. It's pretty compact battery, worked well in that. That had similar electrical draw, so hoping it works fine in this. So I've got to get that mounted. I also want to get the hot side done. Tomorrow my buddy John's coming back, and I've got a couple of small things planned for him. I want to get the fan shroud sealed up for both the intercooler heat exchanger and the radiator. Get some foam tape on that, get that all completely sealed. I also need to get the rear suspension together and get axles measured for that, so I can get axles ordered. I'll go over what I use for axles and stuff, and that way you guys can kind of source your own stuff, figure it out. But yeah, we're going to get going on that, see how far we get. All right, so I got the battery bracket all built. I'm not overly happy with it. This panel flexes quite a bit. So I might end up redoing that at some point, but for now, it's going to stay one strap up and over. Dimple dyed it for, looks and strength, but 2 6-mo bolts hold the strap down, nice and easy to remove. Plenty of clearance on the radiator, plenty of clearance for negative cable. Oh, now that's all set. I can move on to something else. I'm probably going to throw the stub shaft in that one. I got the stub shaft in this knuckle here. You can see it right there. It is super tight to the hardware that I'm using. These came out of the caddy, but there is almost no clearance anywhere. I made those stub shafts. Those are factory CTS stubs with 930 drive flanges welded onto them. So they seem like they're going to work. I just have to make sure that whatever bolts I use don't stick out the other side. So I'm going to measure for those. That way I can get axle shafts made by Dutchman Axle. Super great company, easy to deal with. They make really cool axle shafts for all kinds of stuff. Solid axle, IRS. They've got 30 spline, 28 spline, 32, whatever you want, they can pretty much make. So they have their own mixture of metals that they call their high tough axle, and they claim it's the poor man's 300M. So I had them in the caddy. They lasted to 600 horse. That car weighed 3,700 pounds. Clutch kicked the ever-living crap out of it. Never had an issue. So I'm going to just get new axles made if I need to for this. I'm pretty sure at least one of the axles I'll have to have made. Probably both. But yeah, I'm going to get that together, measure for those. That way I got a measurement. I can send it off to them. Get axles made. Be good to go there. And then probably get going on the hot side. All right, so I'm going to get going on the hot side. The rest of the hot side, get my wastegate tube in. I ran into a couple problems. I got my alternator bracket and my water manifold in from ICT billet, and realized real quick that my turbo sport bracket was right in the way of the water manifold. So I had to cut that. So that's got to get modified. I've got to weld in the second wastegate tube to the passenger side. Also welded this Vibrant 4-inch CLR 4-inch exhaust tube on to get my downpipe figured out and sorted. I've got enough room here to transition around it with a piece of 2-inch for the wastegate tube. So I don't have any more, so that's kind of just as the reference as to what I need here. I've got John, who is insulating the ice chest I built last week. So yeah, I'm gonna get rocking and rolling on this stuff and see what we make happen. I got everything all welded up on the hot side. So while that's complete, the only thing I got left is to build a new bracket because of the water manifold. So I've got to work on that. I got a little plate here welded between the two wastegate dumps. The wastegate dumps are opened up. Everything's good. The wastegates line up pretty much how I wanted them to. I'm going to end up going up out of the hood with the wastegates. I could go down. I don't know. It's 6 in one, half a dozen the other. I always like them up. It kind of looks cool at night when it's shooting flames out the hood. But yeah, I've got to build a bracket again and go from there. So I still got to build a sway bar so I can figure out the turbo drain. That's going to be a little bit tricky. I think I've got that figured out, but I need the sway bar in place to see what I have for clearance. And yeah, but we're plugging right along, getting a decent amount done. I'm pretty stoked on the way that looks. Obviously, they're not symmetrical. Wasn't ever going to be symmetrical. I'm not really fan. I don't really care if it's symmetrical or not. Some people are, some people aren't. I'm going to talk to a buddy of mine that works at the gun shop next door about having all of this Cerakoted. I was going to wrap it, but I might have him Cerakote it. He just started doing Cerakoting, so might be a fun project for him. Have all the head, both headers, and then this whole hot side done Cerakoted. I'll even have him do the charge side as well. That way it all kind of matches. And then I'll probably powder coat both these brackets, or the water manifold and the bracket, and then just try to make everything look as good as and clean as possible under here. So yeah, gonna get moving on figuring out a bracket here and go from there. All right, everybody, so the hot side is done. I've got turbo mount. I ended up going with a piece of 1-inch DOM tubing kicking around. Had a 45 bend in it from testing out the bender and getting it calibrated. I just cut the old one off for now. There's still a little nub. I'm not sure if I'm going to do anything with it, clean it up, cut it off more, but super stoked on the way it came out. Two wastegates are welded on, mounted. I put this little plate in here. I'm going to probably have the whole hot side Cerakoted, which should keep the temps down, hopefully like 30 to 50%, depending on what type of Cerakote and everything, and it should definitely cut down on heat. But then I might have my logo, Lucio Motor Works, laser etched into this little plate here. I think that would look really cool, but I'm really stoked on the way this came out. Now these two are going to come out, merge together, and I'm going to do something a little different with it. I'm going to try to take a piece of oval pipe and then do a, like one of those, I don't even know what the hell it's called, those slash cuts that everybody seems to do. I think that would look cool in an oval, and it wouldn't be pointed straight back. It'd be kind of at an angle. So I think that would look really neat. As far as my downpipe goes, this is obviously going to get cut down. This is going to go up over here, run along here, ignore the power steering pump for a second, and then it's going to tuck down in there and then run back. Power steering pump still needs to get mounted. That's kind of where it's going to live, but not exactly yet, or at least that's what I'm thinking anyway. I still need to build a charge system. I still need to put an air filter on it. I have a lot to do still. Still got to mount headlights. I still got to cut the front of the frame. I still need to cap the front of the frame. Still need to build a bash bar. Still need to put a cross member somewhere up here. There's a lot going on still, but this hot side system was a huge, huge item I needed to check off the list. Mainly because I was worried about clearance with the downpipe and everything, but clearly I got it to fit around that. It actually fits really nice. I'm really stoked. It's very, it's linear. There's like the same gap all around that, so that came out sick. I'm stoked. So I'm gonna move on to something else and keep plugging along on this. All right, so I got my sway bar bracket and tube slash holder made. I've got some Delrin bushings that I machined for the ends of the tube, and then there's this piece of 1.25 eighth wall chromoly tube. That's going to be my sway bar. I've got an idea for the ends. I'll show you that at another time when I actually build the bar and the arms. But this is a tube that houses the sway bar. So basically, it's a piece of 1.5 inch. I'm sorry, it's a piece of 1.75 inch eighth wall tube, DOM, and then I cut these brackets out on the plasma table. They go in there. That bolt is definitely tight. Those are probably going to end up being Allen bolts. And then the Delrin just presses into the end. Sway bar slides right through that, and that adds rigidity to the bar, and also, well, not really rigidity to the bar, rigidity to the subframe, but also allows this bar to spin in one place. From there, I'll build arms that go out. Those will be splined, so I can remove the arms quick, slide a different bar in if I need to. And but yeah, that's going to be that. So that's going to do it for this one, guys. I really appreciate you tuning in. I hope you're enjoying the videos. Please like, share, and comment, and we'll catch you on the next one. Peace.